Got the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals favored by 2.5. The over/under on this one's 45. Thoughts on this one?
I like the Bengals at home, 3-point game. Would not surprise me to see Seattle, keep that a little bit closer, but I do think Cincinnati finds a way to squeak it out. I'm going to take the over. I think there's going to be just enough points. Both defenses are solid. I don't know that either one is great at this moment, but there's a lot of big names on both sides of the ball here. So I do think we find a way to see some points. And this one should be one of the more entertaining games, especially in the morning slate.
Yeah, I think this one will be a lot of fun to watch. I think both quarterbacks find a way to get this thing done. Like they're both passing props for quarterbacks looked to be hittable on that one and looked to be pretty decent. But I do think that Cincinnati does find a way to squeak this thing out. I think you're right. This thing I think is going to ultimately come down to the last possession or two type of thing. We're going to see a field goal kind of at the end up putting somebody ahead. And so I do think it is a field goal game. I do think that the over comes into play. Not going to surprise me if we see both of these teams in the upper 20s when it's all said and done. A 27-24 type of win for the Cincinnati, I think, is how that's going to play out. So I like the over. And one of the props I really like, Joe Burrow, looking pretty good last week. Looks like that calf not really giving him any issues. I'm going to take Joe Burrow to go over 6.5 rushing yards.
Very good. I'm going to take Tyler Lockett over where I have 51.5 receiving yards is where I have Lockett.